All right, welcome to the Six Figure Agency. I am so happy and excited for our future, for mine and yours. You just made one of the most important and life-changing decisions of your life. You're on your way to become a six-figure producer with a six-figure agency. A six-figure producer, so you might be asking yourself, what is a six-figure producer? Well, a six-figure producer is someone who builds their own six-figure agency, someone who produces six figures, obviously makes six figures, and someone who produces other people that will build their own six-figure agency and produce six figures. So this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a chain. You're going to be able to build your own agency while helping other people build their own agency. You're going to be able to become financially free and independent while helping other people become financially free and independent. And all of this will be done while helping and protecting families, the people that you love, and yourself, and our community. All right? So let me tell you a little bit about this industry. So you know how being a cab driver before, a few years ago, being a cab driver was not cool. It was a shame to be a cab driver. Well, maybe it wasn't a shame, but it wasn't cool at all. So then Uber came, and Uber made it sexy to become a cab driver. And now we have people literally quitting their 9-to-5 jobs to go and work their Uber, to be their own bosses, to work at whatever time they want to work at, and to make as much money as they want. And PHP has done the same in this industry. PHP has made it sexy to be an agent in the financial services industry. PHP has made it sexy to become a life insurance agent. This industry is not going to be ruled by 50 to 60-year-old white guys anymore. This industry is going to be ruled by me. Me and you, we are the new generation of agents. We are here to rule this industry. You stepped up into what you were entitled to. We are the new generation of agents. We're taking over this industry. This generation, me and you, is going to take over this industry. I'm very fucking excited because you've heard this, we just met and you've heard this already, how the financial services industry is the highest paying industry and PHP is the fastest growing agency in the financial services industry, and how this is a really lucrative and good opportunity. I know you've heard this a lot. So let me just stop talking about how good this opportunity is, because it is. Let me just stop talking about and tell you and get the blinds out of your eyes to make you see. I'm literally gonna make you from being blind to being able to see with clarity. All right, so let me just tell you my story. My parents got divorced when I was 1 year old, and guess why they got divorced? Guess why? Yeah, money. They got divorced because of financial problems. My parents didn't know how money worked. They didn't know about the best financial decisions that they can take. They didn't know about insurance, and they didn't even know what a mutual fund was. And my dad was never home because he was always working, and he was always working to try to provide to us, and he couldn't provide to us, and because of that he worked harder, and because of that he was never home. So he didn't pay attention to the most important thing in his life, us, his family. And let's be realistic for a second. If you don't pay attention to your family, if you don't give attention to your kids, if you don't give attention to your wife, if you don't treat your wife the way you're supposed to treat her, let's be realistic, someone else will. So I grew up without a father, and nothing out of the ordinary. And my mother became a warrior, and she was able to raise me, and I'm really thankful for her. And yeah, that's about it. So I grew up. As I was growing up, I was different. I was a little different than most kids. I was a straight A student, but I didn't fit in with the smart kids. I was also a troublemaker, but I didn't think the same way as troublemakers. So I didn't fit in here and I didn't fit in there. So I was just different. Most of my time was getting straight A's, studying hard, but also getting in trouble. And most of my time was also spent thinking about money. Funny, right? And the funny thing here is that as I started growing, I started hearing what I called the script. All right. So So the script is what 99% of the people, what 99% of the people do, say, and follow. The crowd. So the script is what 99% of the population follow. So are there things like rich people are greedy, you know, money is bad, rich people are selfish, rich people are bad, you know, things like money is the root of all evil. But let me tell you something, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. And all my entire life, I kept on hearing these things over and over again. And all my life, elementary, middle school, high school, I kept hearing the same things over and over and over again as I grew up, as I grew older, and it got worse as I grew older. Things like get into a good college and get good grades. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth the price. You know, they wanted me to get in debt to go to college. Get a good job, work your butt off, and move up. Live below your means, save money, and in 40 years you will be rich. Starting a business is risky, you know, bullshit like that. Excuse me. To retire rich, be patient through decades of time and let compound interest work its magic. Things like your home is your greatest investment. Monday through Friday equals work, and Saturday and Sunday equals play for the rest of your life. Money doesn't buy happiness, and bullshit like this, you know? This is the script. And this is what I heard my entire life, you know? From everyone, literally everyone, 99% of the people. My teachers, my parents, my friends, social media, the news, everyone, man. You know, this is the script. This is what society has beat into our heads. And I mean, now we have started to believe all of this. And I mean, just for a second, stop and think about it. Think about it for a second. Think about who tells you all of these things. You know, your mom. You know, things like, don't start a business because it's risky, or you're too young. No, you're gonna lose money. You know, who tells you all of this? 99% of the people. Average people living average lives that are employees exchanging their time for money. All of these people that you hear are probably saying this. And there are people that are not making six figures. I mean, that's just the truth. There are people that are not making six figures or $1 million per year. These are average people. So ask yourself, if I accept average advice from average people living average lives, can I expect anything than an average outcome? No, right? So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I don't mean to take the credit away from your family members, your friends, or anything because they have a job now. But I mean, I just want to be real here for a minute. So think about it. I don't mean to be rude, but think about it. If you want to be other than average, should you follow their advice? You know, so anyone that's going to tell you, people are probably telling you already, oh, you're stupid because you spent $800 on that course or on that career. This career is gonna set you up for an entire life, man. You know, you're gonna be able to make the money back in one sale. Doesn't matter. So break the chain, and don't listen to literally everybody around you, your parents, your friends, your teachers, everyone who's not making 6 or 7 figures. You should probably not be listening to them. All right. So, and then the biggest lie of all that comes out of the script, and this is that exchanging your time for money is a good deal. That's fucking stupid. So look at yourself, and ask yourself, and be honest. All right. So what do you think about the idea of spending the next 40 years of your life working 40 to 60 hours per week, not making enough money, and having a week of vacation every year, always worrying about money, always having money being an issue, and retiring and start living at the age of 65, you know, and then still keep worrying about money and keep worrying about outliving your money or having to work at the age of 65, not because you want to, but because you have to. How does that sound for you? How does that sound? Well, that's what society and literally everyone has told us to do and to live our lives. Society has trained us to believe that this that I'm saying is okay. Society has trained us to be employees. You know, let's be real. At the age of 65, you're almost fucking dead. So what are you gonna start living? You know, I'm planning on retiring at the age of, I don't know, 28, 30 at most, you know? I'm 19 years old, bro. So, you know. All right, so let me just go over the facts. I mean, this is what I'm about to tell you. These are just facts, you know? So there's 24 hours in a day. You know, you have to sleep, you have to eat, travel, and there's just stuff, you have to shower. There's just stuff that you have to eat 3 meals. Shit, you know, things keep coming. There's just stuff that you have to do every day, no matter what. And all of these things are going to take you from 8 to 12 hours, almost half of your day. So, I mean, this is how stupid this idea is. Just think about it and let it sink in. The idea of following the script, you know? The idea of having a good job, trading your time for money, and thinking that this is a good deal. This is how stupid this is. And this is what society, the media, your friends, your parents, everyone has told you to do, you know? So, I mean, the media doesn't want us to be rich, man. That's just the truth. All right, so you have a maximum of 10 to 12 hours per day, you know, and your 10 to 12 hours per day that you have left, you're gonna spend them working or traveling in traffic, you know. So that this is just stupid. And even at a ridiculously hourly wage, your income is always limited. Let me tell you why. So this is some funny math here, right here, some stupid math. So you must work, right? So let's say that you work 40 hours per week, all right? In order to be part of the top 1% of earners, people that make six figures to $1 million and $1 million more. So 10% of the population make six figures, and then 1% of the population makes $1 million or more per year. So in order to do that, you would have to make $500 per hour and work a 40-hour week. Tell me, who makes $500 per hour? Do you know someone? Do you make $500 per hour? Honestly, I don't know someone that makes $500 per hour. I don't know any job that pays you that. You know, so this is stupid. And you will still have to work 40 hours per week. Let's go to a more realistic hourly wage. Let's say you make $250 per hour. Tell me, do you make $250 per hour? If you do, man, go to the Facebook group and post it, you know? Tell me what job you have and I mean, that's pretty cool, honestly, that's pretty cool. But honestly, I don't know anyone that makes $250 per hour. And if you make that, you would still have to work 80 hours per week, you know? Double from a 40-hour week. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, those are the weeks that are gonna put you in the hospital. That's just crazy. All right, so let's go to a more realistic hourly wage, $125 per hour. Yeah, there's some people that make that type of money, you know, some doctors, surgeons, maybe some architects, engineers, people like that. Unless you're a surgeon and you're making 125 hours per week, well, then I don't know. But just listen to me. If you made 125 hours per hour, you would have to work 160 hours per week in order to get to the top 1% of earners, in order to make $1 million per year. 160 hours. Keep in mind that there's only 168 hours in a week. So I mean, you wouldn't have to eat, sleep, take a fucking shower, anything. You would have to work yourself to death, and you would only last like a week or so, you know? Maybe I don't know. Honestly, it's impossible. All right, so let's go to stupid, to totally ridiculous, to doesn't even make sense. So if you made a more realistic wage, you know, $62 per hour, engineers make that, you would have to work 320 hours per week. That's just crazy. There's not even 320 hours per week. All right, so now at a $31 per hour, you would have to work 640 hours per week. That's fucking crazy. That's impossible. You're never gonna you're never gonna do that. All right, $15 per hour. That's what the average employee makes, right? From $15 to $20 per hour. And if you make that, you would have to work 1,280 hours per week. And I mean, this is totally ridiculous. This is totally stupid. And I'm not gonna go through the last one because it's just stupid. So even at a ridiculously hourly wage, I'm talking a really ridiculously one, $500 per hour, you wouldn't be able to get to the top 1% of earners. You just wouldn't. In order to join the top 1% of earners, here's what you have to do. The key is sales. Sales is the highest paying profession in the world. I don't know if you knew this, but we're always selling. I mean, we're always selling. We're always selling ourselves, our ideas, the way we think, what we like, our taste. We're always selling. The difference between a good seller and a bad one is that the good one, apart from the pain, is that the good one knows that he's selling. You know. So if we're always selling every single day of our lives, we're all sellers. Why not get good at it, and why not make a lot of money doing it? You know. Becoming a good seller, learning how to sell is key, because the seller, the person that knows how to sell is the one that is going to get the job promotion. The person that knows how to sell is the one that is going to get the girl. The person that knows how to sell is the one that is going to get anything that they want and desire in life. So that is the key. And the key is sales, right? The key is having a business and use it as your vehicle to scale to the top 1% of earners in the pyramid. How is it possible that 1% of the population controls over 80, like that 10% of the population controls 99%, 90% of the wealth? I mean, that's totally crazy. Something must be wrong with this system. Something must be wrong with following the script. You know, there's something wrong with it, man. There's something wrong. How come 10% of the people own 90% of the wealth? That's just crazy. You know, if this system worked, then more people would be in the top earning percent. All right, so let me explain to you the cash flow quadrant. All right, the cash flow quadrant. I got this from Rich Dad Poor Dad. This is a really good book. That book is going to introduce you to what entrepreneur is, and it's going to get you on the right mindset. That's the first book that you should be reading if you're planning on becoming an entrepreneur. So let me explain to you what the cash flow quadrant means. So the 95% of the population, the employees and the self-employed people, the people in the left. The people in the left, these are 95% of the people. People that, people that are employees and people that are self-employed. People that are employees, that exchange their time for money, and self-employed people who own a business and they are business owners. But let me tell you something. If your business needs you to be there in order to make money, then it's not a business, it's a job. All right? And then there's the business owners, the real business owners with passive income, and investors. Business owners and investors, these people are 5% of the population, and these are the people who are making six figures and millions, every year. So this is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. If you're an employee and if you're self-employed, that's totally fine. We're gonna get you to the passive income, to the 5% of the population. So let me explain to you a little bit more about this. So employee and self-employed trade their time for money, and they start over every day at zero. All right. So the reason you want to be a business owner, from business owner, you're gonna go up to investor. Business owner, you have no limits. With a business, you have no limits. You can sell 1 or 1,000 in a day or in a week or in an hour. There's no limits. And PHP gives you the opportunity to learn how to sell, build your own agency, and become an entrepreneur. It is up to you whether your agency is going to be made up of one or 1,000 people. Think about it. This industry, as I said, this is the right place to be in right now. This industry is starting all over again. This is the best moment to be alive in this industry and create wealth. So the goal with PHP is to have 1 million agents by 2030. We only have 300,000. So how many of those 700,000 agents do you want to have? Think about it. So crazy. This is crazy. So PHP is going to be your vehicle that you're going to use to scale up to that top 1% of earners. To that top 10% of earners who are making six figures. PHP is your vehicle that is going to allow you to get to a higher financial level that you've never thought of, that you never thought was possible. PHP is going to be your vehicle to become an investor and to have your money work for you. PHP is going. If you're here with PHP and you take this seriously, you're gonna be able to learn how to sell, and build your own agency and make a shit ton of money. And let me just tell you again, you're in the right place at the right time. And with PHP, you're gonna be able to grow and scale. Something that you don't have with a job. Something that if you're an employee, you're not gonna have. You're not gonna be able to grow and scale a job. So let me talk about the misconception. Society, the media, the news, our friends, our family, our parents, your family, literally almost everyone has tried to get you to believe that following the script is the way to go. They've all told you that exchanging their time for money, in one way or another, they've all told you that exchanging your time for money is the way to go. So they've all told you to get a good, secure job, and to be patient, to retire at 65, and all kinds of bullshit, big bullshit like this. So we have been raised in environments that we're taught to think that becoming a millionaire, building your own agency, being an entrepreneur is hard and is impossible. It's an impossible mission. This is totally wrong. We have raised with an employee mindset. We have raised to have an employee mindset. We have trained to be to find a good, secure job with benefits, and we have trained to find a good company to work for instead of training us to build a good company. All right. So we were raised in a 99% environment, and this is why the rich keep on getting richer. The rich are with the rich, and the poor are with the poor. I just want you to know that we are in the information age, the technological era. Millionaires are literally being born every day from nothing. Being an entrepreneur and not an employee is the way to go right now. That's just the truth. There are a lot of opportunities out there. There are a lot of ways to make money, and the financial services industry right now, right here, this is one of the ways to make money. So you're here at the right time in the right place. Today is the best time to create wealth. We live in a capitalist system that is backed up by free enterprise. This is great, Let me explain to you what a capitalist system and free enterprise is. A capitalist system is great because it fosters competition, and competition gets the best out of everyone. So if Coca-Cola starts doing bad, Pepsi's gonna win. If Starbucks loses its Dutch Bros is gonna win. If Apple gets too arrogant, Samsung's gonna win. And that's just how it is. PHP represents over 30 carriers, over 30 top insurance carriers in the financial services industry. And this is why PHP offers the best compensation plans to its agents. And this is why we are able to beat any other independent field organization by over 60%. We have 30 top life insurance carriers competing to give the opportunity to PHP agents to sell their products and services. All of them are competing, and this is why we have the best prices, we have the best quality, and we have the best compensation plans. This is why the capitalist system is great. PHP wants you to build your own agency. PHP, we have a system that is designed to make you successful. You just have to be coachable, aligned, and fast. It all comes down to work ethic. Now let's go to free enterprise. Free enterprise is the freedom of individuals and private businesses to operate competitively for profit with minimal government intervention. This is great. Free enterprise and a capitalist system here in the United States is a system that allows you and gives you the opportunity to compete with people and businesses, and to reach a higher level of financial freedom and success that you would never experience otherwise with a job. This is great. So as Patrick said, you have to learn how to sell. You have to become an entrepreneur and get in the right industry at the right time and choose the right platform. So you have all of that. We're gonna teach you how to sell. You're in the right industry at the right time. I'm telling you, this industry is booming and is gonna be booming for the next decade. You are with the right platform, PHP and the Six Figure Agency, and you have everything that you need. The only thing The only thing here is that it's not gonna be done for you. You know. So getting the right mindset, it's not gonna be done for you. It may be hard. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but this is great, man. You have to take this seriously. So literally, get in the right mindset, and let me tell you that you have to take this seriously. All right, go right now. Go through all of the videos and take all of those steps seriously, please, guys. Take everything seriously, because either you're gonna be the people that are successful in this business and that make a shit ton of money, or you're gonna be part of the people that say that this is a scam because you couldn't get licensed, or you didn't complete all the requirements, and you're gonna be talking bullshit because you weren't able to make money. You know, which are not you're gonna be. You want to be part of the people that are successful. So get in the right mindset and acknowledge that everything here in this business is gonna come down to how bad you want it and your work ethic. Because free enterprise in the capitalist system doesn't care whether you're black or white or orange. It doesn't care whether you're tall or short. It doesn't care if you're skinny or fat. It doesn't care if you're ugly or handsome. You know, it all comes down to work ethic. All right. So go through the videos, take them seriously. Everything that I'm going to give you is for your own good, and I'm going to help you to get you licensed as fast as possible so you can start making money. You're gonna be able to build your own agency from day one, you know, by recruiting people. The people that you recruit is the people that are gonna make your agency. So you're gonna be, you can do that right now, all right? You can do that right now. But the key here to make money is to get licensed. So that's the important thing here, and that's what I'm going to help you to do. So everything that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it easier. You're gonna see. I'm literally gonna be giving you the answers to everything, man. All right. So that's all, and I hope I took the blinds out of your eyes, and I changed your perspective on life. And let's get going. All right. I'll see you next time. A la verga, güey. No sé ni cómo lo hice.